And welcome to Off Track Monday with no Mike. It is MI. We have a highly talented replacement, Thomas Grassi. So, you got any questions? We can chat. So, I got the camera right now pointed at my track in my yard and my number 8 crossover. If you look very closely, you'll see Mike on the wall. So he's in here in spirit. So how's Thomas tonight?
Thomas is doing okay.
And I see we have John Skilk River Valley in the chat. Lynn McCurdy is in the chat. Wigwag is here. I had a text from Andy. He has got other issues planned, so he will not be on the chat. Yeah, Bernard, it's the train's running by him right now, so he should be all right. He's only got a picture, Jerry. He is working a night shift. Now, we have a few others. Mike H.O. Train is in the chat. Welcome, Mike. And Steve G. Welcome, sir. And Lynn McCurry was in earlier, too, but he might have to run some errands. He might stay long. John Canuffo is in the chat. Thomas Moore was in here earlier today when I posted it. Brian Ferguson. Awesome Possum is here. And, of course, Thomas and I are here. And Ray Bernelson is in the chat. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Ray. How you doing?
Oh, I see. My command station timed out, so everything stops. Canadian Logistics, sure you can. We allow everything here. We're not. Hey, Roger Cohn, welcome. So, so I've been working on. I got my number 8s all in now, and they seem to be running pretty good. I was testing out the switch machines. I was having a delay on one switch machine, but I seen it went away on its own. I got 2 trains running on right now on separate tracks. But so I was talking to Jason, the train freak, about the yard. And I think I'm going to be working. I'm going to make the yard as a standalone. It's going to be like a yard for storing rolling stock. I'm going to use my engine facility for locomotives. I think it makes it easier on the wiring situation. Of course, doing a yard is quite new to me. Totally new. My last layout, all I had was 2 main lines. I never had a yard. I started to build one, but I never finished it.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, Dwight, welcome. Thanks, John, for posting that for us. Yeah, so I got my Intermountains running on the layout, my EJ&E and my Kansas City Southern road number 5008. I don't have any rolling stock behind it, just locomotive. And plug away. And so what are you working on lately, Thomas, since last week?
Well, I've been 3D printing some stuff.
Right.
And this is a grain bin.
Okay.
And the other day I started printing this. It's a 17-hour print.
Right.
And what happened was I started it at 10 o'clock at night, and I saw it started and everything. I said, "Oh, good. In the morning, it should get close to being done." Hi, Floyd. How you doing? And so when I got up in the morning, it was only up as this high with the filament here, and then
Right.
the head was way up here, and there was no filament in between. And then I looked at the filament, and what happened was the filament was stuck together inside the reel, so it couldn't come out. And I don't know why they don't make the sensors know that it's not feeding anything in. So they have it when it runs out, and the sensor says, but because the filament was still in there, it just couldn't be fed because it was stuck from this side where this spool is. So
Canadian Locomotive. Thomas is in the U.S. of A. Phil, it's called the Phil's Train Layout. He is located in London, Ontario. He's not in the chat. I did post a picture of his business card in my community page. I did that the other day, and I did a video featuring him with the business card in the video if you want to check him out. But he does have he's on Facebook, and he's located in London.
Yeah.
But he's in Canada. Whereabouts are you, Thomas? You're in New Jersey area, or?
I'm in New Jersey. Yep.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm an hour away from New York City and an hour away from Philadelphia. So
now, Phil works a full-time job, so he may not. He gets busy. He may not respond to you to the weekend. I do not know his schedule. I was chatting him the other day for the first time in about a week and a half. So just need to be patient. But he does work. Hey, Fostoria, Ohio Model Railroad, welcome.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Yeah, I know. Facebook is Facebook. What do you do?
Facebook, right.
We have YouTube too, so we got lots of competition.
Yeah, exactly.
And
then this is what I've been waiting for. This here is an oil rig, and and I was waiting for these motors. That's what I didn't have last week. I want to show you this, but this is the motors came in. This is the motor. It's a 12-volt motor, and then it has 2 pins on it there, and I just soldered a wire.
So I'll go back and fix while you chat.
Yeah, and then this fits inside here, and then the parts go together like this. I didn't glue anything together yet. I've been working on it. This goes up here, and then this is going to go like this, up and down, and the motor is going to make this go up and down. The other parts here go on there and engage this and stuff like that. And then what happens is I had to get a real thin brass tubing, and that's going to be the thing that's going up and down through this here part. And it'll look like it's drilling for oil. So I'm going to make a bunch of these and put them around a layout and look like it's drilling for oil. And I had to get a bunch of M3.05 by 8 millimeter flat head, flat socket cap screws to screw from the bottom up to hold the part together. So it's going to be an interesting thing once I get it together. Hey, Bernard, how you doing? And so that's the other thing I've been working on. But these here came from China, and it took a while to get here. But they came in the mail today finally, so I was happy to get them in there. And then that motor fits right down in there, and it rests on the arms there, and then this will hook up to. I'm trying to remember what part gets hooked up to that, but one of these parts get hooked up to that, and that makes the thing go up and down. So I got the directions to put together. I just haven't. I just started gluing some of this stuff together, but that's the other thing I've been working on. And then my farm scene up on the third level, that's almost done. That'll be done hopefully this weekend. I got some more parts coming for that and stuff, and then I'll do a video of the farm scene, and that'll be really taking up a lot of real estate up there. I was wondering what I was going to use that for, but I got it, pretty good with that. And what else? That's what this here grain bin's for. Let me see if I get my camera back up here. That's what this grain bin's for. Has a cone top, and then there's a mechanism that goes to the bottom that the grain can come out and stuff like that. I already have one up there. I made this is the second one I made. So, and right now I'm just printing a chain link fence to put around these oil pumps. So,
welcome, Gerald.
Hey, Gerald, how you doing?
And Grandpa Rails is in here, and so is Floyd Robbins. Welcome.
Yeah. Hey, Dwight, how you doing? So that's what I've been doing, keeping me busy. And then I got this 12-volt power supply. That's this thing. That's going to power the motors. So I got a 12-volt one and the barrel connector. And the barrel connector. And then you can put the two wires in there and power these motors. So that's what I got to set up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to make it look cool once I get it done. Also, I've been getting ready for the signals for my third level. These are the ones that I bought. These are dwarf search signals. They have three colors: red, yellow, and green. And then I 3D printed my own. That's the case for it. And then there's the lenses. So when it put together, it looks like that. Kind of hard to see, but that's it. And these are going on the subway system to control the trains up there when I get that going.
Is that the kind of sensor that Mike was trying to use for his screamer?
What's that again?
Is that the same type of sensor that Mikey was trying to use for his screamer device?
No.
A different type of sensor?
No, I have no, these get hooked up to Lightits. Lightits. And then the Lightits get added to the bus line, which I have about 3 or 4 different I have 4 accessory bus lines on my layout, and all the Lightits and any accessory goes to that accessory bus line, and then the other bus line is for the line the track is on. So I have it separate. So if something gets shorted on one or not, then I don't have to worry about something going off and stuff like that. So, and they all have their own EV1s for each bus line. So
that's one reason my Walters boss car don't like that track for some reason.
Because the other day I was working on, I finally got all my signals done finally too, and that took a while, but I got them all done, and now I'm going to start adding the ones for the subway system. But the ones that I was working on, I had to glue them back in place, and sometimes it wouldn't stay straight in the direction I wanted the signal pointing to. So I was taking needle nose pliers, squeezing it and leaving it there. And I forgot that I had it on the track once. And then I turned on the system to check the lights, and I was getting red light on my EV1s telling me that there was a short. I said, "Oh, I forgot to take the pliers off the track." So, and that's what's good about the circuit breakers, and
Yeah.
they protect all the equipment. So, and it worked out pretty good.
Welcome, Eric. ANC Railroad, N Scale.
Hey, Eric, how you doing? Hey, John from Schuylkill Valley, how you doing? I didn't see you before. Yeah, so I think Andy, Hot Dog Andy's in here, right? Hey, Andy.
He had to leave for a while. He had to catch an early night.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Beach train. I never been there.
My products are available at Pete's Trains in London, Ontario. That's nice. I've been to Ontario before. I don't know about London, Ontario, but I've been in Ontario.
You're down in New Jersey.
Yeah. Well, we went.
Mike?
Yeah, we were driving around up north, and then we decided to go into Canada and then drive through.
Okay.
I forget where we were coming from. I think we were coming from Michigan, and then we drove over to Canada from there.
Yeah.
What breakers am I using?
What breakers?
Yeah, EV1s, NCE EV1s.
That's what I have. I have EV1s.
Yeah, EV1s. There's all kinds of different ones out there, but
yeah,
I get everything in my system is NCE. So I use NCE breakers. I use NCE AIUO1s, NCE BD1s for block detection, stuff like that.
John birthday again?
And Lightits too. Whose birthday? Was it John?
According to Heath, it's John.
Yeah, but I thought that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was on Sidetrack Sunday 2 weeks ago, and they were saying happy birthday. Maybe they were just giving him an advance happy birthday. I don't know.
Maybe, or he's been busy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's been busy with taxes, so he should be happy. Today's the 15th.
Hey, Ronald, welcome. So yeah, I had another thing. I bought an extension Thunderbolt cable for my docking station.
Yeah.
It works fine for running a computer, but it does not work fine for cameras. For some reason, that 3-foot length of extension on my my USB-C port, cameras will not work. I had an error message today when I tried it again, and it says they need a firmware update for a cable.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it out and going back to Amazon.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
Yeah. Well, when you put in new equipment on a computer, sometimes they want a firmware update so that your computer.
This is a cable, though. There's a cable.
Yeah.
A 3-foot cable.
Yeah, but you plugged it into your computer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do that, you go into Device Manager on a computer, and if you see that creates a device, then it could mean that you need a firmware upgrade for that device to work.
Hey, welcome, Tim. Yeah, I know. I'm sending it back. I was just trying to get more space between the docking stand. I can move it out of the way because I only got 3 feet of cable, and I'm limited for space here. So I was trying to make it more versatile, but that was a fail.
Yep.
And my Logitech cameras don't like change. I found out.
Yeah.
They work fine on in StreamYard by themselves. If I go into Logic Capture and run them separately by themselves, they work fine. But as soon as I integrate them into StreamYard together in Logic Capture, it's a die gun.
Yep. Well, I just before I got on the stream here, I was hooking up a new camera that I just got today, and it's a tilt and pan camera, so it'll rotate and like this.
Hey, Race Van, welcome.
Yeah, and I got it up there, but I still have to put the mount up there so I can get it on the ceiling. And then, yeah, not all USB cables are made the same. That's correct, Mike.
I can agree with that.
Yep.
But this was supposed to be Thunderbolt ready. Well, it wasn't ready. I guess I turned it back.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes, and then you have to know whether it's a 2.0 or a 3.0 cable too. Sometimes, so.
Oh well, I have it. I assume it's a 3 because it said Thunderbolt, but who do I know?
Yeah, no, it should tell you on the package that you got it in.
I took it upstairs and sent it back to Amazon.
Yeah, because you have 2.0 and 3.0, and if you plug a 2.0 into a 3.0, it'll work. But if you plug a 3.0 into a 2.0, it won't work. Yeah. Yeah, you can't plug a 3.0 into a 2.0 port. Thomas, which one? OBS Bot Tiny 2? No. Which camera? Oh, it's a Eufy. It was a Eufy pan tilt. I don't know if it tells me the brand name, the model number. Let me see. I'll bring up the app on my phone. Let's see. Does it tell me? Show you thoughts. General. About device. Yeah, it's a Eufy indoor cam pan and tilt. That's the model. So, hope that answers your question there, Mr. Heath.
Yeah. Thanks, Bernard, for helping Darren out. We're all here to share information.
Yeah, well, that's what we're here for, right?
That's right. To help each other out.
Right.
That's all that matters to me. Push everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that. I gotta check those two cars. They're all the same manufacturer. For some reason, those two cars, when coming on that turn, they want to derail. And I actually, Core, the Central Welcome. I took my grinder to the spike for the switch machine and took the Garth. Yes, I am running trains tonight. The camera is pointing toward the track, so I ground a high spot just to make sure it wasn't get caught in the trip pins.
So you have a couple cars that are derailing on a curve?
Yeah.
How much weight is in the car?
I have not checked that yet. I bought these cars. They're all the same manufacturer. They're all Walters Proto. They're all the same, just different road names. And they've been boxed up for 2 years. So I haven't done any testing.
That doesn't matter. They don't.
I haven't done any kind of testing, that kind of stuff. They've only got the box about 2 weeks.
Okay, so I have a chart here that I use, and it gives me the inches of the car length, and that tells me how many ounces it's supposed to be. And
I can weigh the car.
Yeah, I've taken a car out of the box.
Yeah.
Put it on my scale, and then I look at the chart and I say, this is supposed to be 4 ounces, and it's only 2.1 ounce. So I got to add weight to it to make it 4 ounces.
Well, I have weights. I bought weights. That I have. I bought them from Auto Valley Railroad last time I was there. But the type of car is this. I get the box.
Bring yourself up big. You can drop me off now.
Yeah, I will. I'll get the switch around. Switch cameras. There he is. And you tilt it down a bit. Okay. Just make us equal. All right. So this is a 56 foot thrall all door boxcar.
56.
Thrall, THRALL, all door boxcar. Walters Proto.
About 5 ounces it should weigh.
Okay, I'll have to. I have a scale upstairs that my wife has, and I can weigh it. Now, the next question is getting them apart to put the weight in. That I don't know.
It's a project and a half to open up a car sometimes.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause you're so hesitant to break something. You don't want to break it.
I know. And my problem is when it comes to details like that, I can't see it as good as I used to. So that's one thing I was trying to look at when running that new steamer I got. It's got 2 plugs on it, and it has a different type of connector for the tender. So I need to literally set it up on my cradle in the other room with extra lighting and see if I can hook it up.
Right.
But
I always put weight if I distribute the weight inside the car over the 2 axles of the wheels,
okay.
and then one in the middle, and then I try to keep it as center in the car as I possibly can.
See, the other cars seem to be all right. I have 8 brand new ones. I've had them. I bought them before we sold the house.
Right.
And I never unboxed them. And actually, I came across another one last week. I was doing some. I actually have 8 of them. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ronald. How you doing?
7. Maybe I took 2 off. Yeah, there's 8 of them. Look at the car when you look at it. They're nice cars, though. They're kind of like.
Oh, yeah, all the cars are nice, but they don't weigh them properly when they send them out. That's the problem. So you have to do your own weighing.
So what I might do is I might put these on the track with the other locomotive. They are body mounted, Heath.
The body mount. Yeah, that's good.
Well, they're Walters Proto. They should be better, decent cars.
Yeah. Yeah, they make nice stuff.
But I'm not sure if they even come apart. They're pretty detailed. Well, I see there's a couple of screws in the body on the bottom of the trucks.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 4 screws. So that may weigh they come apart. But I'll weigh these up on our kitchen.
Oh, you know what?
What?
You know what? Sometimes the roof comes off.
Not these.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is that a box car?
Yeah, it's called what I said it was. It's called an all-door box car.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't make the doors open on them.
I don't. But I see at the bottom here, there is 4 screws, 2 in each end by the trucks.
Yep.
So maybe that's how they come apart. So remove the trucks and go from there. But I'm going to test them on the other locomotive for the sake in a different direction. So let me switch.
Yeah, I had cars derailing on the corners sometimes, and I just added weight, and that stopped it.
Well, I'll put these 2 on themselves, these 2 cars. See what it does. Doesn't hurt anything.
Well, that's what I was doing too, James. I was putting one or two cars on and driving it around, and then, oh, it's going to work. And then I hooked it up to the full consist, and then there's too much weight being pulled on the cars when you're going with a lot more cars. So,
well, we'll see what you do.
Less parts, less cost. Yep, that's right, Eric.
Of course, I can't see where we put them on. I don't see well in dark spaces no more.
Yeah.
Any short the system I don't see very well in dark. I need to add more lighting.
Yeah.
It's on the list to do.
And what? Yeah, I got this LED lighting, and that's what I put underneath my overhangs on my layout. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, I thought of that at Amazon. I was gonna put it in, but I was gonna build some brackets to mount it to, and then easy chain them all around into one circuit. But
mine has double back. Mine came with double back tape on it, and I just took the double back tape and stuck it to the layout under, above it.
Yeah, I'm not sure I trust double-sided tape. I have the woodworker stuff. I use that for switch machines all the time.
Yeah,
it's handy. But some materials doesn't stick well with tape.
Yeah, well, some material don't stick well to something that was painted. That wood tape that you told me about,
yes.
It works in some spots and others don't. And
that's
underneath
right.
my layout, I painted everything. I didn't want to see the wood, and I painted it, and it won't stick to that.
Okay, we'll give this a car test. Just one car. Send it around. Get some speed on the other one. Well, of course I got to do a live stream. That's where it is. Off Track Monday. Today I try experiment with that cable, a two-way. I set up the StreamYard first with the standard Thunderbolt cable. Turn it all off. Plugged it in. Nope, not working. Tried it with Logic Capture button. Nope, not working. Not going to do it. And there's Ray. And of course, I'm not wearing a shirt that I put on TH&B today. Be the peach juice. But and there's Sidetrack 77.
Bob Dylan, huh?
Bob Dylan.
I saw him in concert.
So we went and saw on Sunday Jersey Boys.
Jersey Boys.
They're from your hometown.
My home state, you mean?
Oh, okay, home state, yeah.
Yeah.
They're from New Jersey.
Yep.
Joe Pesci was helped him out in the beginning. That guy got an Oscar. Yeah, it came off that one car.
When I worked for FedEx, I delivered to Joe Pesci's house in New Jersey.
Yeah. I'll play with this boxcar later. It doesn't see what the problem with that boxcar. Maybe it's a trip pin getting caught too. And I did find my pliers for the trip pins too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did find that last week from something else. So I think we're all doing well. Sidetracks, working on trains. Here. Trying to get the bugs out. I believe Jerry. Boxcar Jerry, he posted a video that he is on the diorama he's working on. If you get a chance, check it out. I think he wants some feedback on it.
The N scale one.
I'm not sure what scale. I haven't looked at. I saw the thumbnail.
I think it's N scale.
If someone can post that to the chat for Jerry's, I appreciate it. Give Jerry a solid. And
not good enough screwdriver. I'll do that later.
I can't do it from here. I have to go on to my tablet. There it is. So check out Jerry's video on this diorama. Give him a bunch of thumbs up too. I think he wants an opinion on it too. So Mike is I'm not sure if he'll pop in today or not, but he is working nights. He's working nights till the end of April.
Yeah, that's a tough shift to work.
I don't miss those days. Well, I never worked nights in technicality. I worked nights when we had a breakdown.
Right.
We worked nonstop until we fixed it, so it was all day and all night.
Right.
I did that one time, almost 20 hours not in a stretch. There's a place up in Fergus used to produce copper tubing for the rest of North America, and we had to fix their motors. It was a big DC motor, probably a 500 horsepower.
Hey, Barbara, how you doing?
Hey, well, that last name's good, Duke. I'm not sure of that part, Heath. But this motor, we had to build a rigging over the Grand River to get it out to fix it. And the coils for the field coils must have weighed, say, 400 pounds each, and we had to wind all 8 of them.
Right.
So just think of the little motor in your little train and magnify the size 1,000 times plus and keep adding.
Right.
It is DC.
Yep.
With a rheostat to control the field voltage. We had to wind that. And we turned them, the armature was turned on site in the pillow box because it was bad but bearing.
Yeah.
So the other cars are not having an issue. So I'll check these other 2 cars tomorrow.
Yeah, just check the weight. That's all. Make sure that the weight, because a 56-inch car, 56-footer, is between 50 and 60. So 50 is 4.5 ounces, and a 60 is 5 1/4. So 5 ounces should be more than enough.
I'll weigh them out, and I'll check the trip pins too.
How does it feel? How does it feel? Does it feel light?
No.
No.
They both feel the same weight.
Yeah.
They seem all right. I'll check the wheels too and see if there's any issue with that. It's hard to say because the other ones are coming through no problem so far. And
no, Mike is not working for OBR at night. He's working at his real job.
Well, he's trying to help produce gas for the world. You know that fuel stuff? That stuff.
Yeah.
The more you burn, the more he makes, I guess. But yeah, that's what he's doing. He should be done about 8 tomorrow morning. Floyd, my wife has a small kitchen scale we use all the time. I will put it on that. It weighs small weight, so I will check that. But
This
Barbara,
is what I use.
I worked for Duke Electric. I worked there for 20 years.
That's the scale I use right there.
Yeah, well, I have a similar one.
It's digital. Runs off a battery or plug it in.
Railways, welcome. Good morning from Australia. We're about 7:39 here.
Yep, 7:39 p.m.
Well, yeah, I should, but I don't have one yet. So I'll borrow my wife's. We're trying to save money for trains.
Right. Yep.
But so Moonsville Railway, he's in Australia. You must know Artie. He's down there. Everybody should know Artie.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Artie is a character.
He sure is.
Well known.
9:30 a.m. Tuesday. It's probably close to midnight in the UK, though.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're 5 hours ahead of us.
Exactly. World clock. 12:40 a.m.
Yeah, it's already morning there. It's already Tuesday there.
So I was going to have a guest in the train room, but he
It's already Tuesday.
He may come next week. That was Leo from Southdown Switching Layout. The Southdown Switching Layout. Tom has a nice smile.
Yeah.
There you go. You got a fan, Tom.
Well, Barbara is my girlfriend. Yeah, that's who that is. She's my girlfriend. She comes over. Yeah, she comes over and helps me paint and stuff like that on
That's
my
good.
the models.
So he knows already.
Yeah, she helps.
Hey, Harry Central Railroad, welcome.
All of us. All I know is if cars are weighted, couplers are.
Oh, I totally agree. Right now, I'm trying to get the track done. Hey, Robin Gagnon, welcome.
Yeah, that's right, Ray. But couplers have to be the right height. They have to match, and if he's coupling the cars together already, then the coupler's got to be within a millimeter of each height-wise. So he shouldn't be having height problems if he can couple them together.
I have not checked though, but I know I ordered new couplings for my Rapido passenger cars, and I tried replacing on one because they were no good. Yeah. But when Rapido made the first version of the cars, they didn't allow enough space for a coupler box to fit in, and their coupler boxes weren't made to come apart. Mm-hmm. So I need to get a different. I need to get a tap set, retap the hole, and shave a bit of plastic so I can put the KD coupler box in its place.
Well, KD makes a tap and dice and tap and set.
Well, yeah, I need to get it though. I just I have a tap and die somewhere in the train room, but I haven't since I moved. A lot of that stuff got packed up. I haven't found it all, so I just put it all away until I'm ready to change it. I don't have the couple.
James, you don't have to move to lose those things. I live here for 4 years now. I lost mine, and I ordered another pair of them, and then they came in, and then I found the other one. So now I have 2 of them. Yeah, that's how it always is. But moving, you can lose a lot more. But I always. Okay, John. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good night.
Yeah, that's right. I don't. I somewhere I have all kinds of taps, tap handles. Okay, John. Thank you. Randall, welcome. Yeah, I do have taps because I've worked in the service industry, but I just have not found it. So
Yeah.
my forced to go and buy new.
Yeah, that's the whole problem. When you want something, you have to spend half the day looking for it.
I guess
I
got
you know what I do? I get those when I get an order in, the little boxes that they come in and stuff, I save them boxes. And then I start putting stuff in there, and I write a label on it, and I stick it in my closet. Then try to remember where the box is the problem.
I do have a KC automotive locomotive on the track. Believe it or not, that picker locomotive, we saw that on the tracks in Smith Falls last September. And that was a special order from Otter Valley Railroad.
Yeah.
That came from Otter Valley Railroad. The EJ and E2 came from Otter Valley Railroad. And my cancer train, everything on the cancer train all came from OBR, except for the well cars. They were a marketplace purchase, but the locomotive and the 3 box cars, Otter Valley.
Nice. Hey Thomas, how you doing?
And so.
Hey Randall, how are you?
But I got a text from Sparky, though I didn't invite him, so.
You didn't invite him.
Well, it just happened to be Leo was going to drop by he was getting me some piano wire to make custom rods for my ground throws.
Oh, for the ground throws?
Yes. Instead of using the plastic stuff, I'm going to use this piano wire.
Yeah.
And I didn't have small enough stuff here. So he got it from a buddy of his, so he's going to drop it off.
Yeah, I get my stuff from K&S Metals.
Well, yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't have my calipers to measure what I needed.
Right.
And what I had that I bought for the switch machines was technically too big.
Yeah, I use 030. I use 030 for the.
Yeah, I know, but I need to measure it. I got my calipers are in the garage, and my mics are in a box somewhere, so I couldn't measure it. So I need to measure that stuff to go buy it.
Right.
We don't. I can measure wire too. If I had, I did all the time measuring wire, but I didn't have. I don't have my mics here to do it. So this way it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But I will measure it. I'm going to. I got 2 sets of calipers and a pair of micrometers, which I use all the time at work. The micrometers all the time because we're measuring. We take a motor, we rewind the motor. We need to put back the wire we took out, so we need to verify because we don't get the data from the manufacturer. We have to record the data that we take out of the motor and then duplicate it.
Right.
Oh, BNSF had a derailment. So, yeah, so I just don't have to be measured. But a lot of times when we run 500 horsepower motors, they had 5 or 6 wires in hand of number 14. 5 in a hand. Not 1, but 5.
Yeah.
And they're 600 volts, not 100 volts.
Yeah. No, we don't need that on our train model railroad.
No. Tim's making progress on his modules. He's got a board cut. There you go, Tim. We're making progress.
That's right.
Hey, Rail R's, welcome.
Hey, Rail Artists, how you doing?
Oh, we're trying to keep things on the tracks.
Trying.
So far, not too bad. We've had better day today. It was running fine today, though. It's a funny thing. I ran it last night. It's running fine, so I don't know why those two cars. But it was I did grind down the pin for the switch machine, and I also noticed there was a spike that was a little proud, so I tapped them down into the ply a bit more. Because I constantly watching the track, looking for issues, and so I can make adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
My number 8 turn are working fine. The one curve that was giving issues seemed to give me no grief. I haven't done much switching, but I could switch a train on that easily right now. If I want. I have a train set up here, my cancer train, and I can bring it out once I get, because it's on a separate line. And I can run 2 trains. This is the train that Trackside wants. He wants his locomotive.
What, the 4777?
Yeah, 4777.
So that's why you're running it now, because he's not here.
Well, I ran on a video for. I did a video for cancer. This train's dedicated to people who are fighting cancer.
Yeah.
And I put a Christmas on the end of it. Just I feel Christmas is more joyful.
Right.
So I wanted, because I have a family member right now is fighting cancer really bad.
Right.
And I won't say this, but it's not good. So I did this training. I dedicated to her.
Right.
But I have to give a shout out to Lauren because he got me that one car in the Aurora car.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to change the camera if you want to see it though. It's on the other side. But yeah, it's a good train. Runs really good. Except I grabbed it wrong one day and I broke the air band. I had to glue it back on, so it's not as straight as it was. Hey, welcome GRE 2057. So yeah, so we're running.
Yeah, that's all we ask.
Now I did hear that someone was commissioned to custom paint a model of a train for the new KCS CP rail.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have not seen it, but there's a custom HO model out there that's been custom painted for the new color scheme that they're proposing. Robert won't like it.
We're patiently awaiting.
You're patient away. Okay, Eric, good night. So I have not seen it. I just heard this on posts on Facebook about someone custom painting a model for Kansas City CP rail. Another one to purchase eventually. Yeah. So if I keep an eye on the one train, they won't crash into the other one.
Has anybody ever ordered from Euro Rail Hobbies?
Never heard of it before.
Oh, okay.
I've not heard of that one. Are they in the UK or in the US?
They're in. I think they're in BC.
The only hobby store that I know of in British Columbia in Canada is Inner City Rail. They took over for Central Hobbies. In fact, Steve 87 did a video on the new store. He went for a road trip to visit it. It's under the bridge in Vancouver, British Columbia. Okay, Model Train Reviews knows them. They're based in Summerland. Okay, I've never seen them before. The only time I go up central to inner city is if I want to scale trains. If they have something that I'm looking for, normally I buy from the stores that are local to here. I have 3 to choose from, depending what I want.
Just trying to. I ordered something from them. I just trying to find out where it's coming from. That's all.
Oh, okay.
They sell a lot of the Weissman products. I think
What's
it's
a Weissman
Weissman.
product?
Yeah, Weissman. Yeah, V. Let me see. Let me get my folder here. It's called Viessmann. That's a German company,
Okay.
and they make a lot of automation stuff.
Now, the Canadians Logistic, they make a lot of electronic stuff for trains.
Yeah.
He was in the chat earlier.
Oh yeah, he was one saying he made some signals or something, and he's
that's right.
telling them at that place there. Yeah,
I think John 2618. He has used them for signals. I reached out to him, but I'm a visual guy when it comes to that kind of stuff, so I'm not sure if I really need signals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're not going to run automation, a train automation, then you don't need signals, unless you just want to have it for display.
Tim, I have a device for you. It's called a track saw. I can't cut a straight line either. I have a track saw for plywood.
Hey, I draw a line and I try to follow the line as best as I can. That's all you can ask.
I have a track saw.
Yeah.
Guaranteed to be straight.
Well, when I cut it on the table saw, then it's straight, but I don't have a table saw anymore.
I have a table saw, but you still think you get wobbling. Okay, Penn Central, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Good night.
My old table saw, it was very accurate.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Unisaw made in 1970. I can cut anything with that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, it helps. It's right.
Definitely helps.
Hey, Robert. How you doing?
Robert. I'm running the KCS. I should change the camera for Robert.
He likes KCS or doesn't like KCS?
He likes KCS. Don't talk about any other model.
Right. I couldn't remember what he liked and what he didn't like.
Well, CP and KC don't blend well.
Yeah.
So it should come up in the camera view now, Robert. This is road number 5008. I saw this on the track.
There it goes.
Okay, Tim, that'd be all right. I like woodworking. I've done it all my life. So I'd like to see more. This speed after 4777 from Mikey.
Yeah, woodworking is fun. I like it, but I don't have no more to do. I don't have any more to do. I might make a desk later.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I only kept my tools for building trains. That's all I wanted for.
I'm not talking about a desk like furniture type. I'm just talking about a rough type of thing I can put my computer on in the train room. And
okay, Louisville Railways, thank you. Have a good night.
That's a project for after when I retire.
Yeah. I sold all my woodworking equipment to build trains. Yeah. I had a fully equipped woodworking shop and where the train room was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here comes 508 Kansas City Southern. But it's not 1976 version. It's a newer version of it, but it is KCS.
Oh, you know what, James? It would have been cool if you would have had some pink container cars.
I didn't have any. I did see them at OBR on their website, but they weren't cancer generated cars. But yeah, I didn't have one. I thought of painting a couple of cars pink. And I'm not fussy on painting.
I don't know if they have. I wonder if they have pink film. I could have printed some for you.
Yeah. I know one container company called One. They make pink cars because Aurora Miniatures makes them. I've seen them at OBR's website. Yeah, I didn't have a direct pink car itself. And I think the well cars are Rapido, and they're 40 footers, I guess.
Right. That's a standard size.
Yeah. So I bought a couple of Rapido stuff off of Marketplace. But Rapido's bringing some more out in the fall next year. So I might get some more then.
Yeah, I like those two well cars because they're individual.
Yes.
When I ordered my well cars, I didn't know any better, and I ordered them, and then like 3 or 4 of them were linked together, and I don't like.
Oh yeah, I've heard about those. Now I don't have any of those.
I don't like that.
I prefer
and then the ones I 3D printed, I did the same thing. I made them link together, and I'm gonna redo them all and make them all individual links, so that way I can separate one at a time.
So, but yeah, better speed up 477 because BJ&E is catching up to it.
Where?
Well, yeah, I put him on the wall. I did that on purpose tonight. I want to make sure he's here. And he is here in spirit. He might get if he stay on long enough, he gets a break around 9. So I'm not sure how ambitious we are tonight.
Right.
But I could post a link up if people want to come up and chit chat about it while we're running trains. And but we're out of my yard. You can see the yard ladder in the camera. I think I moved it now. Hit it. But after talking with Jason, Train Freak, today in a chat, I think I'm going to leave the yard as an independent yard for rolling stock only. And I will make the track for the engine sheds as locomotive tracks. It makes the wiring easier. And trying to find wire, holy cow.
Really?
I don't like buying wire, Chinese wire. I prefer North American wire, and I'm not sure where NTE is made, but NTE is a better quality wire because I can show you a roll of the Chinese version and the NTE version. The jacket on the Chinese version is double the size, so it's not good for pushing through your track for hooking up feeders because it's thicker. You need a bigger drill bit.
I don't even think the stranded wire is spun good.
I don't like stranded wire for feeders anyhow.
Yeah.
I prefer solid that's tinned already.
Right.
Stranded wire, no.
Well, my bus lines are all stranded wire. Have to be.
I use 20 gauge for my feeders and 14 for the bus. But I was going to split the rail and run the yard because if you're going to make the rail isolate, you need to break in both ends. So you need a switch to control both ends. So you need a double pole, single throw switch. So
right.
energize the brake on both ends. And every track, so I had 4 yard tracks. If I want to isolate all 4, that's 4 switches, and I need wiring. So if I'm going to have the switches at one end of the yard, my track is 6, 8, 10, and 12 feet long. So technically, I need for the 1 yard track, I need 24 feet just to get to the end and then come out to a control panel of some sort. So it's a lot of wire. So I wanted to do the same color for each end. So red at one end and white on the other, so I can help identify. Because you're not going to break the other rail, just the one rail.
Right.
So, but I decided I'm going to work on doing the yard. I'm going to isolate the yard with insulators and run a separate bus through another EV1 breaker for that. So the yard will be isolated from the rest of the layout. And then I'll break the yard tracks for going into the engine facilities. And I'm going to have 5 track on the turntable.
Yeah, each one of those tracks will be insulated.
That's right. They're isolated. They're not even connected to the turntable. They're going to be 4, 5 1-foot pieces of track, and I'll have to wire them up with a switch because they're not. You can't see it from there, but you look at the turntable. It's insulated, so you need to wire it up. So
right. Each service track on my turntable has a separate pair of wires that go to a toggle switch, and each one of those service tracks can be turned off or on.
They may be rare, Tim, but they're not rare in my layout. But yeah, so my turntable.
Yeah, I understand in the real world, Tim.
In the real world, yes.
We're talking about Tom's Railroad and James Railroad.
That's
we
right.
like the other way.
But yeah, the track for the turntable, they will be isolated because they're not even connected to any other track. They're beyond the turntable, so there's no power there. Right. You have a gap between your approach tracks and the turntable track.
Right. You have a gap between the bridge track and the service track. Yeah.
Yeah. I have 2 approach tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I can go in one way, turn the change and exit somewhere else.
Right.
So I can get it takes me back to the same track, but I can come around, switch trains, and go and come back out again in the other way to keep going the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like a turntable, but like a Y too, really, but it's not really a Y. So it works pretty good. Let's see if I can put the link in here. Copy.
If you can't, I can do it for you.
Okay, let me just try this.
Yeah, you try to do it first.
I think I did it. There you go.
There you go. You got it.
So I put the link in there. If anybody wants to pop up, Randall always does.
Yeah. We'll enjoy your company.
Chat trains. But yeah, so I was going to do more, but right now where the computer is, I need to put the computer somewhere. So I think I'm going to leave a spot on the layout where I am for the laptop. And I'm going to put the hole in the laptop so I can feed the cable for the power to the docking station from underneath. And that way I get the docking station off the layout. Because it will interfere with trains. I have lots of length on the cameras. I can move the camera around I want. And the microphone. It's just I can't. The length of cable for the docking station is controlled by. Oh, there's Tim. Let me scroll down. 477 caught up, so it's pushing. But I wasn't watching. So let me see what the speed is. Oh, different speed. Yeah, I'll leave them at the same speed, and but it caught up with me.
Good night, Gerald.
Good night, Gerald. I gotta turn them off anyhow because I. Yeah. And Tim. Yeah. Let me go kill the power to the trains. That I won't have to worry about. And there's Tim. And there's Canadian. I've actually talked to you before. I've emailed you Canadian Logistics about your signal systems because John 2618 introduced you to me. I was not ready for signals, but I have contacted you. So let's bring Tim up. Okay, Tim, you're here.
Yep.
Hey, Tim, how you doing?
So
Are
are
you
my
working
saw
hard?
horses, my saw, wood,
Nothing wrong with that.
hardboard, and the layout.
There you go. Excellent. What more can you ask for? I know something to do for you.
This is how I'm cutting a straight edge with the circular saw. I have both boards. I'm using this top board as a guide, and this is the board I'm cutting.
Okay.
And let's see if I can get it in camera.
Let me make you bigger, and we'll just give you a bigger man, and we'll kick. There he is. You're bigger now, and we can. Watch.
There's this big C-clamp is clamping both boards to the sawhorse,
Yeah.
Right.
so it doesn't twist. And then over here, we have two plastic orange clamps holding the other end
Yeah.
with the line to cut right there. So when I put the saw there, it lines up.
Right. So you made your own jig.
Yep.
Hey Tim, do you have a square?
The square
Like,
I have,
A carpet? What I call a raptor square.
I have one. I don't think it's straight because the long end goes in just a little bit as it goes up.
Okay.
I'm like, 'cause I tested that against a board. It's like the board was perfectly straight, but the square went in. I'm like,
Because you can
no,
use
that's
that.
not right.
You can use that for a cross cut for cross cutting. If you had one, if it's as long as it's square, of course. Oh, he's gonna cut. He muted himself.
Right.
Oh, there he goes.
And there we go.
There, noisy. Yeah, I see. Yeah, if you had a good carpenter square, I use them for cross cutting. What you're doing there, but I hold the square with my hand and use the saw.
And take off the clamps.
And away you go.
And we have two boards for the front and back of the next module.
And that's 1x4, Tim?
Yep.
So I need some 1x3s for my storage tracks for my locomotive.
These
Where,
two.
where, Randall?
This one is actually one of the oldest I have because I bought this. I had it bought 1x4x8. This one I bought at Arcade Lumber, I think so. And I had him cut it in half. And so this was just to trim them down. All my other new boards, I have 3. I've cut up one. There's still two more down there, and I have 3 more on the sawhorses still to cut up.
Yeah. See, I bought a sheet of plywood and had it all ripped up to the width of a 1x4. Yes, we also call it a Raptor Square too. Yes, I am. But I also call it a Raptor Square. Same thing though.
And I
Rafter,
have boards.
or what are you calling it, James? Rafter or Raptor?
I call it a Raptor Square.
Raptor.
Like a rafter for cutting. It's made for cutting, for setting an angle, for cutting rafters. Some people
Okay.
call it a speed square, but it's also a rafter square. And there, let Randall sit in the bottom corner there, but that's what I call it. Some people call it a speed square, but it's designed to cut rafters. That's right. A Toronto Raptor Square is right. I had to learn how to cut roof rafters, so that's how I cut my rafters with a Raptor Square. So Tim must have he muted himself. He's cutting more.
No, I didn't mute myself.
You're gonna mute. So you went to a trade show on the weekend.
Yep.
And you had a flat tire coming back, you said. I saw the post.
Yep.
Did you fix it?
No, my brother came out and swapped the tire out.
Oh, okay. Okay, go fish, Fishy. She wanted to swing by. You've been busy. I know. You're heading down to the States soon, I guess. She's a good friend of Sparky and Toyman. Well, Toyman, they're connected in a certain way, I guess. Well, Toronto Raptors are not doing too well, so we're having to watch the Toronto Maple Leafs. Well,
I watched a couple of Go Fish Office videos, and they play games, word games. That was pretty interesting.
Right, yeah, I get involved. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays. They do that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they're going to continue doing that when she goes to the States, but she does do it.
Yeah.
Tuesdays
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Well, I get tired of TV. And
Right.
something else to watch and chit chat about. It's done to be trained, so she does.
Yeah. Yeah, it breaks up the night sometimes.
That's right. Yeah, I like watching. I watch. We have a CTV, a drama station. It does a lot of repeats of old American shows, and it's Chicago Fire and Chicago PD. The earlier
Right.
shows. I like watching that.
Yeah, I watch that too. But I mean, I watch earlier shows than that. That's relatively new, that show.
Yes. Well, we do, our local station carries a few older shows, be Mary Tyler Moore, the Dick Van Dyke Show, Danny Thomas Show.
We got one called Get TV or something like that. That has all the old shows on there.
Yeah.
Like Rockford Files. And
Yeah.
Gomer File. And
do you remember Sky King?
Yep, Sky King. Yep.
That was on in the 50s.
Yep. Airplane. Yep.
Yep.
He had a twin engine plane. That's what it was.
That's right. Yeah. That was on. Of course, we had the Cisco Kid and Zorro and Andy Griffin Show and all that stuff.
Yeah, Zorro. That was. I remember. Make the Z on somebody's shirt. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yes, Toyman's I knew that. I didn't want to say it on the chat. You made it official. That's okay. And you're a friend of Sparky's. And That's right. CHCH TV. They actually they dropped the original transmitting tower. They put it up in the 50s, up on
Really?
the Hamilton Mountain.
Hmm.
They dropped it, took it away because they put a new one up and then up in the. I guess it's more toward Waterdown now. Actually, I fixed the motor on that old transmission station.
Really?
Many years ago. Charlie Trudeau. Oh, we're not. Don't tell that to Jim Tedesco. And don't tell. I can't always comment because Joe Rader is they're attacking everything about you proud of your flag, and I'm proud of our flag. I don't. So that's and I'm proud of the American flag too.
Oh, you're talking about Joe's Facebook post?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old one worked better probably. But it's gone.
Yeah, you're right, Robert. The old one probably worked better.
Sparky, a good friend, Fishy. Well, see, believe it or not, my mother-in-law lived 5 minutes away from Sparky. I did not know that in the beginning because my wife grew up in Cambridge. And during the last 3 years of her life, I was driving to Cambridge 3 days a week. Every day, every week, 3 days to take care of her. And she's literally 5 minutes away from Sparky's house.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, Thomas Moore. I have a couple of Sea Liners CP Rail that I'm going to find a home for them. I have 2 A's and a B unit. When you heading back to Minnesota, there's my good buddy Sparky.
Hey, Sparky, how you doing?
But literally, Sparky was literally. So I went and visited my mother-in-law when she was getting sick. I would pop over to see Sparky because he was so close to the house.
I'm doing fine, Go Fish.
Yeah. Oh, Thomas Moore, don't mention that to Robert. That's a bad word. Not 1976.
Hello, Sparky.
Hey, Sparky.
Our buddy Sparky. Well, Sparky, you can come up on the chat. You can promote your meet and greet.
There you go.
He's trying to get number. He wants numbers to see who's going. And they
Right.
You know what? Since Sparky's in the chat, I'm gonna get out of locomotive.
He's not in the chat though.
Oh, he's not?
He's chatting, but he's not in. He's not.
Well, I
on the-
mean, that's why I'm at.
Oh, you're okay there, Randall.
Because I don't know if he, I don't know if he's seen the camera link.
He's in the house. He has no camera allowed. Okay, Sparky. I understand.
Oh, no camera allowed in the house. Okay.
You have to be in the trade room. But I'm hoping to come see if you're running. I'm hoping to come Friday to see you. And I'll come out. I'm hoping. And I got a gift for you.
How far do you live from Sparky, James?
I'm about 30 kilometers.
No, that's not bad.
No. But 30K. Not too far. Straight up Highway 8. I went by his house Sunday. I used to going that way to my mother-in-law because she lived off Christopher and he lives in this off near that area too.
Yep.
I will, Spark. I'll text you first. I always would. Just make sure you're home. You never know what your schedule is like, but I will text you first. But yeah, it's 5 minutes from the house. So my wife would go visit help her mother, and I would take off to see Sparky for a bit, go see trains. But yeah, very close. He's the first guy I met really in YouTube, come to trains with Sparky.
Yeah, he's the first channel I watched
Yeah, first
when I started on YouTube.
first guy I met, first channel I got involved with. When I decided looking for learning about DCC systems, because back then I knew DC because I worked with it all my life. I worked with it in industry, DC. And I didn't know DCC and trains. What was that? So I started looking around, and I asked him what he was using, and he told me what he was using. So I started looking, and that's one reason I got involved with OBR, because starting in trains, because my father-in-law passed away in 2019 on Halloween, and he had given me a train for Christmas, and I wanted to find it. He always told me there was something wrong with it, and that's how I met Otter Valley Railroad, because I bought a train from a local hobby store, and I dropped it, testing it out, getting ready for the memorial. So I was scrambling around to get a replacement locomotive. TH&B, because my father-in-law worked for TH&B many years ago. So Otter Valley Railroad had one, and I ordered and shipped it. And history. I'm in trains. But up until that, other October 2019, all I had was bits and pieces of train, rolling stock, no layout, nothing. Other than my March train that I had when I was a kid, which I still got. I didn't have a layout, nothing. Uh-oh. Yeah, but you don't deliver, Fishy. At least not today, anyhow.
Okay.
But
No, Little Caesar's Pizza. Huh?
so, Randall, what are you working on?
Well, I just got this engine out since I knew Sparky was in the chat.
So he's lurking, so he'll see you. He's just not.
Yeah, I know.
He's not being popular. He's just hiding in the background,
Lurking.
lurking, fucking my chops.
Nothing wrong with lurking.
That's what I'm making from scratch. My mother used to be able to make homemade bread.
Oh, I got it in reverse. That's probably why.
You didn't have a recipe at all.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah,
there's some trains.
My mom never followed recipes.
Ray.
Threw things together.
Oh, she pulled a hand, so she's hurting. That's not good, Tammy.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Tammy. Hope you're feeling better.
My wife went to church on her own, so I gotta keep an eye on the chat because she's walking back home.
Walking?
Not that far.
Oh, okay.
She's with committee on what you call it, the refugees.
Uh-huh.
So they're trying to help a person out, find lodging
Right.
before they end up on the tent camps. Oh yeah, solid homemade bread. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
So, James, if
Okay, I'm gonna make Randall big. So I'm gonna move Tim out.
So,
Here
James,
you go. Yes, sir.
your wife is visually impaired. How does she walk back and forth to the church?
Well,
By
she can see from the one eye.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, close.
Okay, so she has
All right,
Yeah.
Sparky.
limited sight then, right?
She has 50% vision in one eye.
Okay.
The other eye is 100% blind. My wife
Right.
had a tumor burst and it damaged her optic nerve.
Oh, I see.
My wife was a teacher. Taught
Yeah, I
for
remember you saying that. Yeah.
so now she's busy with the church and she's busy with her music.
That's good.
My wife's a soloist. And but his singing is concentrated to the church now.
Right.
So if you need a funeral, she's there for you.
Keeps her mind sharp.
Oh yeah, she's very busy and active. I tell you.
Yep.
Don't ask me where anything is. I'd be lost, and she keeps all organized. I just sit back. All I do is I make sure the dishes are clean, and I take her where she needs to go. The only time that I'm booked
There
up
it is.
Monday night. Okay, look at that Conrail. You got to stop. Conrail's in the picture.
Ordered
There you
reading the other dick light went out on it, but
Oh, Harley, relax.
Okay, Floyd. Good night. Thanks for popping in.
I didn't forget you.
he'll come back on.
Well, that's good, Tammy.
So,
Stop putting finger points on her, Randall.
Is that the one that fell off the side there, Randall?
no, that's not the one.
Maybe
Thankfully, this one has it.
Conrail to Sparky's on if he's there on Friday. Oh, blueberry pancakes and sausage. Ooh. My wife made some homemade stuff tonight. We do every night. We don't do any we haven't made McDonald's in a year. No fast food. It's close to the house. Well, he's got a CP rail car there. What broke? I don't know. Now Tim's working down there on his modules.
Yeah, and Sparky's already seen one of my new locomotives. One of them.
Good. Only one?
I saw a picture.
Was it a Conrail?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's why he went and saw it. He spoiled it. I only have one Conrail. If I had Conrail cabooses, though. One Conrail locomotive. Well, I do have another one, actually. I'm going to give Sparky. I have another Conrail locomotive I'm going to give to him. It's more of a museum piece more than anything else. Yeah, Conrail. If you want to be Sparky's friend, you need to like Conrail. That's their number one rule. Conrail rules the world and Sparky's world. I like Conrail. I said don't own any. Oh, I do own one. I do have one. So I can't say I don't have it. But I wouldn't mind getting a few more. I think Sparky got a couple of GP7s and they're quite cool. I like GP7s.
My new Conrail is a little too big for this layout.
Okay. Well, John Canafo, I do have BNSF. That is my most favorite American railroad. Yes, I know you do. I know you got 3. I wouldn't mind having 1. Sorry, Tim, but I'm a CP fan. I'm a TH&B fan, but I'm not really fussy. I run if a train goes on the layout.
I'm pretty sure there is something visible on camera across the room. It should be.
For
Is
you?
Yeah, it's visible.
Just a second.
It's I got you small, so I can't see you. That's why.
Yeah, it's visible.
Let me make you bigger again. I still point it out.
Canadian Pacific 5742 is right there.
Oh, okay. So you got a CP. I have some.
And Mike's old CN is next to it.
Oh, there you go.
And the DNH is up there. The Norfolk and Western is there. The one Conrail, the older one, is here.
Yeah.
And the new one is right here.
Nice.
What road number type is that? Is that a GP what?
That is not a GP. That is an SD60.
Okay, an SD60.
My second largest locomotive.
I think my largest is the my EJ&E or the Kansas City. Well, my BNS that's for that size too.
I think I'm not sure exactly on the length, but this one is pretty big.
I have an ST40, I think, in Ontario North ONR. I have a couple of ST40s for that.
And there's the SD60 compared to this one.
Oh yeah, big difference. Now the SD60, how do they compare with an ES44?
A lot older, different manufacturer, less horsepower.
In length and size? Similar or shorter?
Sure.
Now I have a couple of the I want they're made by the Aurora ST. I think they're ST60s. I think. Let me get them, Tim. Or I put them away. I might have moved them.
Now Sparky, you know how much I paid for this, so you be quiet. But any guesses how much I paid for this?
Well, you're in the US.
50.
Is it brand new or used?
It's used.
800.
It's a Lifeboat Proto 2000.
Okay, Lifeboat 2000 DCC or DC?
DCC, no sound, but DCC. I got it at the train show.
$75 American.
Randall,
Yeah.
what do you think I paid for it?
Well, let me look here.
Proto 2000 lifelike, DCC, no sound.
$100. I say
No prize
that.
awarded because Thomas and James split the difference. They paid 65.
Always I knew that because I had.
Yeah, I get it because I was closer without going over.
See, I had a Proto 2000 GP7 CN with DCC only, and I sold it to a guy for $100 Canadian, which is approximately $75 American.
So this one is also a Proto 2000, but it has DCC and sound. It just doesn't have the gears. I got to replace the gears.
So you
Right
need
now, everybody is out of the gears, at least that I can see. So I can't replace the gears yet.
Walters did stock those gears, and so is Atherton.
Yep.
That's the only problem with that Pro 2000s is the gear. Gears crack on them.
Well, dang.
What that?
I said, well, dang.
Well, dang.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to send that one back to scale trains. I believe the
Oh.
decoder went out on it,
So,
or at least the speaker. It doesn't make sound anymore.
I don't need sound. So I don't know why the gears break on those Pro.
Randall, factory reset the decoder.
It's at its factory setting, Thomas. I never changed anything.
Wait a minute. You didn't change anything in the decoder, right?
Nope.
Still
It still has factory address. It's the way it came from the factory.
address 3?
Yep.
Brand
Still
new.
do a factory reset on the decoder.
Let's see how you do that.
CV8 equals 8.
Okay. Heck, damn you, quit doing that.
I have the Aurora miniatures. I think they're SD60s. I have a pair of them. CN. Yeah, that's what yeah. The sound. But I think he's talking CV, so I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on CVs.
CV8.
No.
I say anyway, CV8. Yeah. Robert's right too, but I don't think he hit F8
Yeah.
unless he accidentally hit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Did you see Robert's post?
He said here. Yeah, that's right.
Randall, did you see Robert's post? He said, "Did you hit F8 by any chance?"
Okay. Well, I screwed up. I hit the wrong button. Okay.
Did you replace the trucks in yours, Sparky? Because I ran mine on your layout and they ran okay. That's how I broke them in. But I haven't run on this layout though. Because Ben was giving out replacement trucks for those SD6. I have enough for mine too. I got them from Ben at the pop-up at OBR.
Well, now it's running again.
How about that?
I got mine from Ben directly, Sparky, at the pop-up.
I'll send you my bill, Randall.
And I got right out of Ben, right out of his paws and his box to my hands. Well, Randall's yapping. I'll see if I have him here. I'll show you.
Oh, whoops. Almost dropped the new locomotive.
Did you drop something, Tim?
Yep. Well, the shell for this other locomotive is not attached to the body.
Right.
For some reason. And I forget and I grab it by the shell and then the chassis comes off it.
And everything falls down. Yeah, I know. I have a couple of engines like that on my shelf. You gotta watch when I pick it.
I moved them, Sparky. So I have to find them for you, but I did get it. I got them out of Ben directly. Hey, there's Trackside Mike.
Welcome.
He must be on break. We're still here. But John Knuffel, I have a pair of scale trains BNSF locomotives. They were my American railroad that I like. There's Mikey. And my wife is home.
He must be taking an early break.
Maybe it's 8:42.
All right.
Well, he is the boss. He can do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, something's going on.
But yeah. Well, he was MIA. Now he's not. So I can. His picture's on the wall, so we can move that around. He's no longer MIA. We found him.
Well, we have to get Sparky to come up by saying his name 3 times, right?
Get around here.
No, he can't. He's in the house. He's not allowed.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. He was in the chat. But that's okay.
Yeah, I know.
We'll give
But
him
he always lurks along, and then all of a sudden you say his name 3 times, and he starts
well,
chatting.
he did text me because so that's okay. You're in my chain. Hey, there's Brian. I'm gonna say hi to Brian Ferguson. But yeah, he's in the chat.
Hey, Brian.
It's packed and ready, Tom. What's packed and ready?
I'm packed and
Oh,
ready.
packed and ready. Thomas Moore is sending something to Mikey. Sent something to Thomas Moore.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Well, there's 3
Let me
Thomases.
get the NS one to see what it does.
Sparky is still here. Yeah, Brian, he's in and out.
Oh, gee, well, that may be a part of the problem right there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to jump the tracks. What in the heck is going on?
I don't know.
Can't see it, Randall, so we don't know.
Well, it jumped the tracks on the other side, so
Oh, got something on it.
No, it is 8:44 p.m. if you want to get technical. And I'll be up having my coffee at 7 tomorrow. So if you want to talk to me, you can chat right at that. I'll have my coffee in my hand.
So are you one that if you don't have your coffee in the morning, you can't function for the rest of the day?
No, I can go without. It's just a routine. I get up, take my meds, and have a coffee.
There you go.
I during Easter I fasted twice during Easter, and I had no coffee for twice during that time frame.
Yeah.
10 minutes, Mike. 10 minutes. Break time. 10 minutes.
You know, when we were kids, you know, being Catholic and everything, we had a fast during the Easter time, you know.
Yeah.
And we always used to fast against things we didn't like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I fasted for the food, but we only fasted till supper time.
Yeah.
So that was all right.
it's curious.
Maybe we couldn't eat meat on Fridays. So we went for pizza instead.
Yeah. Well, I was bad because I wasn't brought up.
Wait a minute here.
I dodged that bullet all my life.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to become a Catholic, so I better be good. And I've been good.
I get that ass for me. Try it.
No break at 10. Sure, there's a truck somewhere you can go hide in for the rest of the night. They don't need you during the night. They just idle. It's night shift.
What is that?
Oh, well.
So, Tim, what are you making now? Cutting more wood?
Yep, I still have, because each module has two boards that are this length,
Yeah.
the ends, and then it has the two longer boards for the long sides, which the end ones go over the end, and then each one has four that are a little bit shorter than the end ones to go inside underneath to hold the foam where it belongs, and to be a place to fasten wires to.
Okay.
I've gotten four of the shortest ones cut, two of the end pieces and two of the long pieces cut. So I still have, so that is enough to do the underside of the Great Depot module that has scenery on it.
Yeah.
The exterior framing of the module that the phone is sitting on, and this board that I have the marker, the guide board cut and clamped so I can draw the line like that. We'll make two more of the boards underneath and then one end board, and then this board will make two more boards for underneath and the end board, and then one of those will make long boards. So then I'll have the underboards for that one, the exterior for this one, and two long boards for that one, and then I'll have two underboards and end board for this one. So I'll have some of the wood cut for that one, which will be enough to
Modules you have making there.
I have two questions for you, Tim, on your modules. First one is, are you building these modules to take somewhere else, not in your house?
No, they're to take to displays in elsewhere.
Yeah, they're not made for your house. You're going to take them to a layout set up somewhere.
Yeah.
And are they going to be functional. You can run trains on.
Yeah.
So you're gonna. How do you wire the two modules together? What kind of wiring do you use?
Right now, I'm not wiring them together. I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Okay.
Right now,
Have you-
I am getting.
Yeah. How? I'm curious.
I'm going to use my bus wires, which are right here. I haven't even unwrapped them yet,
Yeah.
and drill a hole through each end of module for each bus wire, and then we're going to have a plug to connect them together.
Okay.
Actually, I don't even have to do a hole. I don't have to do a
Yeah.
hole. I can just have the plug go under the module.
So when we did our last layout at the train club, we used the automotive trailer plugs for that module for that. But when we did the new layout, they use, I don't know if you ever saw them. They're computer plugs. They're on the side of computers, like I don't know what you call it, DIN plug. And all the bus lines go to that, and they're into the frame, the end of the module, and the two snap together. Hey, D-Real, yeah, welcome. We're still here.
Hey, Daryl.
Do you have a track plan for your modules yet?
Well, two of them, yes. One of them is definite because the track is scenic. It's glued down with ballast. The next one depends on exactly how I want to align it, and I have to wait for the pictures from the historian to figure out how exactly I want to do the two industries that have to go on that one, because I have to make them look somewhat like the prototype, and I have to have space for that, so I have to figure out exactly where those are going to go. But once I can at least get them framed out, then I can get a rough idea of where the switch is going to be, and then I can connect in the other two spurs.
So how many modules you have to make, Tim?
4.
4?
So when you get your modules all done, your modules will connect with someone else's module eventually?
Nope.
So strictly you're on your own.
Yep.
So is the point-to-point layout?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I mean, it could connect to something else if you physically did it. It probably could, but it's not designed to.
I just thought if you're going to a train car with someone else's modules, you would get your modules hooked up to their modules, and you have a full layout. That's all.
Oh, Daryl, how you doing?
It is basically a full layout. It's just deeper than the ordinary shelf layout, and it's being built to come apart so it can be moved. I mean,
Right.
each thing is 4 feet by roughly 2.5 feet, which is not exactly normal for a modular layout.
Yeah, you're not
They're
building.
normally 2 by 2, aren't they?
Yeah.
Something like
You're
that.
not building your modules to blend with another club's layout. You're building for you to take to an exhibition, and that's it.
I'm building it so that it recreates what is now gone.
Okay.
Okay. Let's kind of see. Yeah.
But you're not doing it to connect with someone else's other module. You're strictly doing it for your satisfaction.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I thought of doing a mini layout to take away to the taking my battery powered trains, taking them where I want. Thought of doing a layout like a module you're doing to put an N scale loop on, and I can take the module anywhere I want and power the Kato power pack with my battery pack.
And I was trying to figure out how I was going to have the NCE power cab board fastened to the module. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it actually be detachable, which will make it easier to transport the module, because I was going to have the fascia sticking down a little bit, but it was too much of a pain to measure it that way. So I measured it so it fits exactly, and then had a horrible time cutting it.
Yeah.
The circular saw, it started cutting it and then it stopped.
Right. When I built my little testing module, I mounted the fascia panel and the NC on top. So it was a track level.
Yeah,
So I could sit flat on the bench.
I'm gonna make I'm gonna use some of the scraps of wood, because I have plenty of scraps, because they aren't quite working exactly, and I'll cut these up.
Yeah.
And make like a little box to put the NCE system in.
Okay.
And then have probably have something that so it can slide into position underneath.
Yeah.
And just hang underneath.
Then
it'll be a lot easier. It'll be a lot easier to move them if you don't have one thing sticking out from the underneath of one of the modules.
Sure.
Yeah.
Less likely to get broken.
Are you using the 2-amp system or the 5-amp?
No, the 5-amp will be bought for the big lad. I don't need anything more than the power cab.
That's what I have, the 2-amp for my test module, and I have the 5-amp for the main layout. But my N scale type is DC. I do have a DCC locomotive, but I don't run it. Oh yeah, you want to put a hole in your trailer for your wife, Mikey? I say go for it, but she'll probably kill me.
Something about cutting a hole in the trailer she wasn't going for.
No, I know. She'd kill me if I suggested it. He put the hole into the office, and she's not retired yet. No, my trains stay. I might get to put a hole in the wall. No. I put a hole in the wall for Mike and my good buddy M&M Rails Mark. And the hole's in the wall. It's got a piece of track there, and it's got a railway car in it. And that's the hole in the wall. I could connect it if everybody had to, and be a slight grade change, but I could connect it up when I train into the hole.
Well, you guys talking about hole in the walls, you just gave me an idea. So
you have a hole in your ceiling. I saw.
I got a couple of holes in my thing, but I just had another thought for another place. So yeah.
But I guess you don't have to worry about telling it, get permission. So I guess you're okay.
Yeah, right. The only permission I have to get is from my dog. So
yeah, and the hole is too far up to worry the dog.
Yeah, right. He doesn't.
The dog has to go out the door. I saw the dog once. Says the door, Dad, let me out.
Right. That's all. As long as I don't block that door, he's happy.
Who watches the dog while you're working?
Well, he goes in a cage now because he's still puppy stages.
Oh, okay.
And then my ex-wife comes over and it feeds him and lets him out during the afternoon.
Oh, so the ex is still in the picture, just not.
Yeah, well, she lives just down the road from me in her own house, and she works, but she gets out of work long before I get out of work. If I got out of work the same time she did, I would still take me 2 hours to get home. So she comes over here.
New Jersey?
Yeah, I work in New Jersey. Yeah.
So how long I drive? You don't have to go near that bridge in Maryland, right? You don't cross that bridge at all.
No. I go north. I'm almost in New York when I go north. Yeah, 81 miles it is from my house to work.
Okay.
81 miles.
That's a good trip. 81 miles.
Yep. Sometimes it takes 3 to 4 hours.
Dude.
because I drive 3 main highways, and at any time, any place, there could be an accident, and then everybody comes to a screeching halt, and I sit there and wait and wait and wait until they open up the road again.
Well, that aggravation to Canada, they're going to. There's a major hot roadway in Toronto, the Gardiner Expressway. They're knocking it down to 2 lanes for 3 years.
Wow.
Okay, Mike, thanks for popping into your live stream. This is your show, you know. We didn't burn you too much.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Daryl. Unfortunately, you missed it a little bit ago, but I'm afraid the Conrail engine is going to be taking a trip back to Scale Creek. It may have a decoder going out on it, because I put this engine on here and it's running fine. So
That's right, Darryl. 81 miles one way.
Yeah. I
Not
thought
round
15
trip.
kilometers one way was enough for me. But the Gardiner Expressway is the major roadway in Toronto. It is
Right, and they're going to cut it down to 2 lanes.
2 lanes for 3 years. So that's tied into the QEW. This is a major highway into Toronto.
Yeah.
2 lanes for 3 years.
What are they smoking up there?
The wrong kind of drugs, I think.
Yeah.
But the problem is the Gardiner Expressway has been there for 100 years, I guess. It's old. It needs work. But they got to deal with that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be interesting. I don't normally drive. Back in the 70s, Toronto was a 30-minute drive from Hamilton to Toronto.
Yeah.
And we could drive 130 miles per hour, not kilometers, on the QEW or the Gardiner Expressway.
Right.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Lucky to get 20 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, with all the cars, you can't go, right?
Oh, yeah, this is terrible. I can't imagine how you guys drive. Like Daryl, he lives in L.A. I hate to see the traffic he has down there.
Yeah. Well, I drove in LA a couple times, and it's a nightmare.
I can just imagine.
It's no different than riding in Florida on 95. I was riding that road, and you have to be doing like 100 miles an hour if you unless you get run over. You know. But yeah, 162 miles round trip every day.
When you retire?
Well, I retired January 31st next year.
And what do you do when you're driving 81 kilometers way to work?
Not kilometers, miles.
Miles.
What do? I'm a systems administrator. I work in the IT department.
Oh, you work on computer crap.
Yep, computer crap. That's right.
Well, he didn't make it, but Leo, he's cybersecurity for a hospital.
Right. Well, I'm in the systems and security department. We have to make sure that nobody hacks into the university and stuff like that.
Can't do that from home, remotely connected?
Yeah, I can do it from home. Yeah, I do. I work at least one day a week. I work from at home.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of stuff going out.
Yeah, I was doing it more often, but you know.
Daryl thinks you're rich.
I'm rich?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I'm on a pension. I'm not rich at all.
I wish I was rich. Then I wouldn't have to go to work.
Yeah, I don't want to work. But it doesn't help me with trades, but I don't want to work no more. I spent 45 years in the service industry. 45.
It's a long time.
Yeah. There used to be a steel rolling mill in the U.S. It was in Ohio. It's part of Nelson Steel chain. And my boss delayed my honeymoon so I can work the weekend on a breakdown from that steel mill in the U.S.
Good night, Sparky.
See you, Sparky.
See you, Sparky. You have a good night. I'll text you on Thursday, see what you're doing. I gotta text my boss too what we're doing. But yeah,
I've been working for 50 years now.
I started in 1975. I came out of high school in 71. But I started working in the service industry in 75.
Yeah, only 8 miles away. I wish mine was only 8
We've
miles
had
away.
to deal with too much traffic problem. Well, he might have to because it's at LA. But we have a highway in the city, Highway 53. They call the highway, but it's no longer a highway. It's more a residential parking lot. It'll take you an hour to get through the city if you take that road.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. But I started in the service industry in 1975.
Yeah.
Anything from a motor that can fit in my 20 feet, that's okay. I don't mind. My commute is 0. I'm gonna go anywhere. I'm talking about snow tires. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to go.
Well, that sounds like you're retired, Robert.
Yeah, I think so.
Or maybe you're working from at home, so your 20 feet is going from your bedroom to your
He's walking to his train room.
Right.
That's his job. The
Yeah.
trains.
There you go.
I just got to go to the stairs.
I don't consider my trains a job. I consider my train a joy.
That's right. It's a joy.
Right.
But yeah, it's 1975. I started servicing motors in the industry. Equipment.
Yeah, I went to school for 1 year, then came back, went to work. That was 1976.
Yeah. And I, according to my apprenticeship, I'm an electrician, armature winder, motor winder, you want to call it. But I did used to wire houses back then.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was bending pipe in high school. But I didn't like wiring houses and things. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's different type of work.
Yeah. No, he works from home. Okay.
I don't mind wiring my own house, but I didn't want to do it for other people.
No. Well, the rules have changed now, too. It's a lot different.
Right.
The code has changed. I was actually talking to a teacher, a friend from this church, and they were telling me they're not allowed to have compressed gases in classrooms no more for like science lab.
Right.
It's too dangerous. I know because we had one blow up in our school when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things have changed for schools for the safety of kids.
Right. Where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that? We used to have a lot of fun in science class, blowing up things and
Lighting the Bunsen burner on the desk.
right.
4-foot flame. Yeah, oh yeah. Did that twice, several times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, God, if you give a Bunsen burner to somebody that you don't know if they're going to turn it on you.
Ours were attached to the science desk, so you couldn't move it.
Right.
But they were gassed, they were plumbed in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know, Robert. Teaching them all the bad things we did. I asked the kid, I said, did we ever build a crystal radio? I said, what the hell is a crystal radio? Oh, okay.
Right.
Let's go back 50 years.
The things we did back then, we would be arrested for today.
Oh, Tim dropped out. We
Yeah.
lost Tim. Oh yeah, crystal radio. What was fun when you watching the musical for the Jersey Boys?
Right.
They were back in the 50s and the 60s. The music and what they did back then was so different. Like they would build a radio station in the middle anywhere in the U.S. and start pumping out a signal to broadcast music.
Right.
It was quite common back then.
Yeah, just to get it out. That's all they
That's
used to
right.
do. Now the internet, everything is exploited.
Oh yeah, it's a done deal. It came back, Tim.
I don't know what happened. I muted it and went to cut, and then all of a sudden it said something went wrong. Try again.
Oh, I thought maybe you cut your phone in half or something.
No, but yeah, it's just what's just changed a lot. What back then? I used to build color organs back in the '60s and '70s for music. Can't buy it now because you can't buy the goods.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think you're making a bomb or something now.
Oh yeah, that's possible
Right.
too.
Right.
But I used to fix black and white TV. I used to have all the gear for testing and servicing black and white TV.
Yeah. Well, they were all tubes. You could do things a lot easier. Now it's all circuits and everything, and you need
Oh,
different kind of.
You asked the kid about point-to-point wiring. What's that? Sorry. I wish I still had it, but I had when I moved out of my mother's house, my sister and we had it up. We don't talk, and I had hundreds and hundreds of circuit service manuals for TVs, like in the 50s.
Right.
And I disappeared. Wish I still had it, but I don't got it no more.
Yeah. Daryl. Yep. That's right. Weird
Yeah.
Science. Was it Kelly LeBrock? That's the girl that was in that movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
See, maybe I could 3D print a Kelly LeBrock. Maybe that'll work.
here you go. I want to buy all the mini me's, but I want to buy the bigger, the old scale version. And I can put them on a shelf, the whole row, all the YouTubers in a row. You
Yeah.
can see 'em.
I got Dave DB Tech in O scale.
I only have Sparky and the tree.
In O scale?
No, in HO.
HO.
Oh, I lost the chat. Yeah, I just gotta wait. I have to.
Maybe Bernard can print you some O scale ones of those.
Anyway, I need to check with him. I'm not ready to spend it. I'm trying not to spend money for a while.
Right.
Cut off. So it's not on the list.
Yeah, because the file I got from the guy who did mine,
Yeah.
it looks just like me. It's
Oh, yeah?
unbelievable. Yeah, it's unbelievable how it came out when I printed it. Yeah. So I made mine HO scale. I don't have O scale here, but when Dave DB Tech, he didn't have a rosin printer. He was getting one, but so I printed him his files for him. And
Oh, okay.
he wanted one in O scale and then HO scale.
Yeah.
The O scale came out really nice. You could see
Yeah.
all the detail on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, we've been on for 2 hours and a bit. And I always promise my wife I'd go spend some time with her. So I want to do that. And Tim's working hard on his modules.
Yep.
And Randall's working hard on his trains. And we're working hard on our butts, doing nothing. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming up. I want to thank Tim and Randall and Thomas for joining us.
Appreciate it, James.
And maybe next week, Mr. Mike will be maybe available to work on. Come on Monday, and not we'll do it again. We got lots of replacements for Mikey.
All right. And make sure Mikey doesn't think we're taking over his spot now.
Oh no, I need you won't do that.
Just tell him we're helping him out. That's all.
That's right.
Glad to be of help.
Oh yeah, it's fun. I love the help. I love the
Yeah,
conversation.
it's nice to be able to talk to other people too.
Oh yeah. Robert Franco made a note here. Timonium is meet up on the 27th. Is that in April
May, June,
Robert?
July, what 27th?
Of April or May?
There's one of them in every month. We don't know which month it is.
Oh, that's Robert. What month are you doing yours with Wilmer? In April. So he's going. He's coming. Wilmer and him are going. They're meeting someplace for breakfast. I'm not
Oh,
sure if Wilmer is paying for breakfast, but they're going.
Very good. April 27th in Timonium. That's
11
only
days, April. Okay.
April. Yeah,
Okay.
April.
So-
That's 12 days from now. 11 days from now.
11 days. You're gonna get technical.
All right.
Okay, guys. I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna drop everybody down. You have a good night.
Hey guys.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Hey,
See you all soon. Take care. Good night, everyone.
Hey, Tim,
Stay
thank you
easy.
for dropping in.
Looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing those modules there, Tim.
Yeah. Next Monday, we'll have an update.
Yes, indeed. Take care.
Okay, bye. Good night, guys. Thanks for showing up. Have a good night.